Thoracic sympathetic trunk. In this topic, we will be discussing about the course, relations, ganglia, and branches of the thoracic sympathetic trunk. The thoracic sympathetic trunk is a ganglionated chain situated on either side of the vertebral column. Superiorly, it is continuous with the cervical sympathetic chain and the thoracic inlet, and inferiorly with the lumbar sympathetic chain after passing behind the medial arcuate ligament of the diaphragm. Course and relations. The sympathetic chain descends in front of the neck of the first rib, heads of the second till the 12th ribs, and along the vertebrae, in front of the posterior intercostal nerve and vessels, passes behind the medial arcuate ligament to become continuous with the lumbar sympathetic trunk. Ganglia. Initially, each thoracic sympathetic trunk has 12 ganglia corresponding to the 12 thoracic spinal nerves. The first ganglion commonly fuses with the inferior cervical sympathetic ganglia to form the cervical thoracic or stellate ganglion. The second ganglion also may occasionally fuse with the first ganglion. Thus, there are usually 11 ganglia in the thoracic sympathetic trunk. Each ganglion lies at the level of the corresponding intervertebral disc and is connected to the corresponding spinal nerve by white and gray ramus communicants. Branches. The branches of the thoracic sympathetic trunks are divided into two groups, medial and lateral. Medial branches. The medial branches supply the viscera. They are as follows. The medial branches from the first till the fifth ganglia consist of postganglionic fibers and are distributed to the heart, great vessels, lungs, and esophagus through the following plexuses: pulmonary plexus, cardiac plexus, aortic plexus, and esophageal plexus. Medial branches from the 5th till the 12th thoracic ganglia consist of preganglionic fibers and form three splanchnic nerves as follows. Greater splanchnic nerve. It is formed by the preganglionic fibers arising from the 5th till the 9th ganglion. It descends obliquely on the vertebral bodies, pierces the corresponding crust of the diaphragm, and terminates mainly in the celiac ganglion. Partly it also terminates in the aorticorenal ganglion and suprarenal gland. Lesser splanchnic nerve. It is formed by the preganglionic fibers from the 10th and 11th ganglion. It courses similar to the greater splanchnic nerve, pierces the corresponding crust of the diaphragm, and terminates in the aorticorenal ganglion, least or lowest splanchnic nerve. It is also called the renal nerve. This tiny nerve arises from the 12th thoracic ganglion and may even be absent. It descends obliquely like the greater and lesser splanchnic nerves, pierces either the crust or passes behind the medial arcuate ligament of the diaphragm, and terminates in the renal plexus. Lateral branches. The lateral branches supply the limbs and body wall. Their supply is pilomotor, pseudomotor, and vasomotor to the skin of these regions. The preganglionic fibers arise from the lateral horns of the spinal segments and enter the sympathetic ganglion via white rami communicants of the spinal nerve. The preganglionic fibers from the ganglion re-enter the spinal nerve via gray rami communicants and supply the corresponding dermatome of the upper limb and body wall.